Hello, this is Miss Schnettler, and I'm here to help you with TinkerCAD Your Name. Which I would like to change this to a cuter name at some point in the future, but that's what it is right now. So this is about just basically making a name tag. This is a tag that we could print out, and you could attach to your backpack or make it as part of a keychain. That's the basic idea here. I do have a video where I go over the basic instructions. So that's not what this video is. This video is going to go to TinkerCAD and show you what to do in case you're feeling a little stuck, which I kind of do in that video, but this one will be a little bit more detailed. We do need to keep in mind the requirements. The base must be 2 millimeters tall. The letters must be 4 millimeters tall so that the total height is 6 millimeters. And then there is a hole no larger or no bigger than 5 millimeters in diameter. So I'm going to go to TinkerCAD. Once I'm all logged in, I'm going to go to Create New Design. I'm going to title this after the activity, so I could put Schnettler Your Name, or I could put Schnettler Name Tag. You would put whatever you're going to put for your name. So, when I first saw this assignment, I assumed that I was going to make the base first, but that is not the case. You want to put the letters on, and I will explain why in this. How do you get the letters? Well, if you scroll down on your basic shape menu, you should be able to pull out the text, and it'll hop right out. If you are having some internet issues, sometimes there will be a delay in that, but it should work pretty well. Here you have the text, so you can change this to hello, or your name. Whoops. And I deleted it, so we're just going to bring it back. I could have also hit undo, but I had only just started the shape. Hey. Whoa. I got some kind of fancy grid on there. Do we need to be in all caps? Yes, okay. You need to be in all caps to type that out. That's why it wasn't doing it before. My name takes up the entire work plane. Thanks, Mom and Dad. So if you have a long name like me, and you need to make it bigger, you can come down here, and you can just make your work plane bigger. And there we go. It would also be okay if it was hanging over the work plane. That wouldn't be a big issue. So some things I wanted to show you while this was highlighted is you do have different fonts. So you can change the shape and the style of the letters. I think I actually liked that one pretty well. Again, of course, you want to forget to close my email. So I like this one. You can change the color of the letters, but there's no point other than it just makes you happy. Because if we are printing these out on the 3D printers, it's whatever plastic is in there. The entire thing's going to come out the same color. So it doesn't matter if you make this a beautiful rainbow. You won't be able to tell it when it gets printed out. But if it just makes you happy for it to be certain colors while you're working on it in TinkerCAD, that is totally up to you. I need to change the height. So the height of this right now is 10, and the direction said the letters should be 4 tall. So I'm going to shrink them down. There are other things you can play with, like the bevel. Ooh, actually, I think I really like that. Segments. That's fancy. And so that's one thing, guys, you don't have to worry about playing around with stuff. You're not going to break anything. You can always do undo, or you can start over. One other thing I wanted to show you, if you come back up here to your basic shapes, you do also have text and numbers, where you have some other options if you wanted to look at some of those other options. I'm not going to cover that in this tutorial because I kind of feel like that's the I'm feeling comfortable with TinkerCAD group, who probably aren't watching the tutorial because they feel comfortable with TinkerCAD. And you would have to individually place each one of those letters. But I wanted to let you know that that was there. It is a feature. Okay, so now that we have my name, I'm going to double check and make sure I didn't change the height with all my fanciness. Okay, what happens? Ooh. Yes, okay. I'm going to make the plate that it's going to sit on. I know that this is only supposed to be 2 millimeters tall from the directions. So I'm going to go ahead and make it that first. I am going to change the color, otherwise it's going to just totally blend into my name. But that is all it's doing. And then I'm going to take a corner handle and make it to be about the size that I want. Yeah, that looks about good. Now, if I just combine them like this, it's not going to be what they've asked for, because this is, here, I can show you this way. Because your letters are just kind of squished in to the nameplate. You can even kind of see them just barely peeking through the bottom there. And the plate is supposed to be 2 millimeters and the letters are supposed to be 4. So what I want to do is grab the little cone on my name, make sure I have just my name highlighted, grab the cone, and I'm going to raise it 1, 2 millimeters. Again, if you were using a trackpad or you were just in general having an issue getting that, once you get started and you drag the cone anywhere, that number box pops up and you can just type the height you want in there. So again, I want the height 2. That's what I type in, and it'll go ahead and lift that up for you. I think things happened while I was talking. Okay, yeah, I think I was just talking and not paying attention to what I was doing. It's fixed now. I'm going to uncenter it a little bit because I do still need to add that hole. Maybe make it a little smaller. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Perfect. All right, so now we need a hole, and it is supposed to be a 5 millimeter diameter. The diameter is all the way across the circle. So from here to there, it's telling me the diameter is 20 centimeters. Now the trick is, if I click on this, I'm going to squish it into an oval shape, which is not very handy. So I'm going to undo and hold Shift and one of the corner ones, and that should shrink everything equally at the same time. I am also just going to make this a little bit taller and move my screen around. I'm going to put my hole up in the corner, and I'm going to use the cone to make sure I've gone all the way through the shape. Now don't forget, you can always flip it over and look at the back of your shapes as well. So I can tell that the hole is going all the way through, so I know it's going to go all the way through my tag. You can put the hole anywhere you want. Again, yours does not need to look exactly like mine does. Play around with it, see what you like. That's what I did. You can put the hole here if you like. There. Maybe you want to put it here. Maybe you want 2 holes because you want to print this out and put it as like a door hang on your door. That's fine, whatever. Like I said, I'm just going to put it here. And then all I have to do is select all my objects, group, and there we go. It's going to turn all one color, which is fine because that's what it would print as anyway. But again, if that bothers you, you can click it, go to color, and do multicolor, and it'll set everything back to the colors it was before you grouped it. And that's it. That's how you make a name tag. I hope this was helpful, and stay safe.